Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today we bring you Game 2 from the National League Championship Series here in Los Angeles as the Cubs face the Dodgers. Cubs looking to pull even with the Dodgers today after dropping Game 1 in a 7-1 decision. Today, the Cubs will be sending Brandon Woodruff out to the mound. Woodruff won his only start in the division series against the Braves. He made 33 appearances on the year with an 8-8 record, 3.66 ERA, and a 1.26 WHIP. Cubs lineup will include Horner, Grisham, Correa, Rizzo, Bryant, Harper, Posey, Woodruff, Santana batting ninth. Caleb Ferguson will be on the mound for the Dodgers. He's making start number 32, 12-9 record, 3.77 ERA, and a 1.24 WHIP. The Dodgers lineup will be Betts, Muncy, Bellinger, Lux, Smith, Seager, Peterson, McKinstry, and Ferguson batting ninth. The wind blowing out to center again today at 9 mph and is a beautiful 79 degrees with a capacity crowd here at Dodger Stadium this evening. Cubs and the Dodgers facing off. A replay of the 2016 and 2017 NLCS. And the Cubs looking to reverse their fortunes against Caleb Ferguson here today. Nico Horner stepping up to the plate as he will be leading off for the Cubs. Also in action today, the Mariners will be hosting the Toronto Blue Jays in Game 1 of the American League Championship Series in a matchup of 88 winning teams. Horner lines it into right field. Going toward the corner, the right fielder has it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Grisham now the batter, facing Ferguson with one out, nobody on. 2-2 count to Trent Grisham. He swings and misses for strike 3. That is out number 2. Next up, Carlos Correa with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-1 is the count to Correa. He lines it into right field. That's going to be a base hit. So Correa gets the single with 2 outs in the first inning for the Cubs. Anthony Rizzo now the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. Ferguson facing Rizzo. And there's a pop-up to right. Coming in fast as the right fielder. He's going to get there. The catch is made and the inning is over. So the Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the first of a 0-0 ball game. Mookie Betts leading off against Brandon Woodruff here in the bottom of the first inning. Full count. Woodruff looking for the sign. And he delivers the pitch. There's a grounder toward third. Bryant shifts over. He has it. The throw to first, and that is out number 1. Gets him by a step to retire Betts for the first out of the inning. Max Muncy now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 is the count to Muncy. And here comes the pitch from Woodruff. Lined up the middle, there's a base hit. So a 1-out single for the Dodgers puts a runner on base. And that will bring up Cody Bellinger. With 1 out and 1 man on, the throw to first. Keeping close, but runner dives back, he is safe. So Bellinger now facing Woodruff with a full count. That is inside for ball 4. Man, you just can't afford to walk these guys. Bellinger heads down to first as Muncy heads over to second, and now Gavin Lux the batter with 1 out and 2 men on. Woodruff working with a 2-2 count. Here comes the delivery. And a pop-up on the infield. Correa calls for it. He looks up and puts it away. The infield fly rule is called, and that is out number 2. So now, Will Smith, the batter. He had 2 home runs in yesterday's game. Hopefully Woodruff has a little different approach for him as he faces Smith with 2 outs, 2 men on. 2-2 is the count, and there's a swing and a miss, and the inning is over. So the Dodgers strand 2. They do not score. We're going to the top of the second of a 0-0 ball game. Chris Bryant leading off against Caleb Ferguson here in the top of the second inning. 1-2 is the count. Ferguson with the pitch to Bryant. And he swings and misses for strike 3. That is out number 1. Big curveball there. Got Bryant on the swing and miss. And now Bryce Harper's the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count for Harper. Here comes the pitch. Harper lines into center field. That is going to be his first base hit of the postseason. Bryce Harper with a 1-out single in the second inning of the second game of the NLCS. Buster Posey now the batter with 1 out and the runner on first. Posey batting against Ferguson. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That is another curveball. And Ferguson now has 3 strikeouts on the day. Woodruff the next batter, 2 outs and 1 man on. Full count pitch to Woodruff. Here he comes. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. So the Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the second of a 0-0 ball game. Woodruff now facing Corey Seager to lead off the bottom of the second. 1-1 is the count. There's a liner into left. Santana chasing. He will get there for the first out of the inning. Jock Peterson now batting with 1 out, nobody on. 3-1 is the count to Peterson. Woodruff with the pitch. Low for ball 4. He misses with the slider down. That is a 1-out walk, bringing up Zach McKinstry. 1 out, runner on first. 2 strike is the pitch, and there's a grounder towards short. The throw goes to second. The relay to first. They don't turn the double play, though. It wasn't quite quick enough, as Corner was actually slow covering the bag at second. So, wait a second. Did they not retire the runner at second? What just happened? Hang on a second. I have to find out what just happened there. Because somebody should have been out on that play. I do not understand why there are 2 runners on base. Here are the game options. The game log. What is it saying here? They're saying that's a single, but I thought that they threw the ball to second. Why didn't they retire the lead runner? An infield hit? Okay, I don't get it. So the pitcher Ferguson is now batting with 1 out and 2 men on. This is probably a sacrifice situation. Woodruff facing Ferguson. Here's the first pitch. He squares the bunt. Right in front of the plate. The catcher has it. He throws down to first. And that is out number 2. So now there's runners on second and third with 2 outs. And now Betts is the batter. Woodruff needs to retire Betts to get out of this inning. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Mookie Betts. He grounds it back up the middle. The shortstop takes forever to pick it up, and he bobbles it. Correa misplays the ground ball. The run scores, and oh, they're saying that's an RBI. That is the most generous RBI single I've ever seen awarded to anybody in any ball game. So it's 1-0 Dodgers. There's runners on the corners and still 2 outs. Woodruff faces Munson here in the bottom of the second inning. 3-1 is the count. Woodruff with the pitch. He misses low. The catcher blocks it to keep it from going to the backstop. The bases are now loaded. Bottom of the second inning, Cody Bellinger now the batter. With 2 outs, Woodruff working. Here's the 1-strike pitch. Bellinger drives it high in the air to deep right field. Kiss it goodbye. A grand slam home run. This inning literally could not have gone worse for the Cubs. 5-0 is the Dodgers lead now on a 410-foot home run off of the bat of Cody Bellinger. So the Dodgers jump out to the early lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Gavin Lux the next batter. Woodruff facing Lux with 2 outs, nobody on. 3-1 is the count. Woodruff with the pitch. He lines it over Chris Bryant's head, a seeing eye signal in the left field. He just found the perfect spot, and Lux has a single with 2 outs. Now Smith is the batter with 2 outs and a runner on first. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Popped up. Deep to right center field. That one's going back. It's going all the way to the wall. That is another home run. 7-0 Dodgers here in the bottom of the second inning. 408 feet into the right center field stands, and the Dodgers are all over this with a 7-run lead. Corey Seager the next batter. Woodruff with 2 outs and nobody on, still pitching in this inning. 2-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch to Seager, and he pops it up. Foul territory. Rizzo calls for it. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. So the Dodgers score 7 times and take the lead in the top of the third inning. Danny Santana is leading off for the Cubs here in the top of the third, facing Caleb Ferguson. Here comes the pitch to Santana. He pops it up short center field. Coming in, center fielder looks up, and he makes the play, and that is out number 1. Corner of the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Ferguson working with a full count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That is out number 2. Grisham the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Ferguson working with a 1-ball count. Here comes the pitch. Line into left field. That's going to be 1 hop to the wall. So a double for the Cubs with 2 outs here in the 3rd inning, as the Cubs are trying desperately to claw their way back into this ballgame. Correa now the batter with 2 outs and the runner on second. Ferguson facing Correa with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Looped into short center field. That is going to be caught by the shortstop, and the inning is over. So the Cubs do not score. They strand a runner. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd of a 7-0 Dodger lead. Woodruff facing Peterson here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Grounded in front of the plate. Catcher Posey comes out. He has it. Throw it on to first. That is out number 1. McKinstry now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Woodruff with the first pitch, and there's a liner into center field coming in fast as Grisham. He makes the diving play, and that is out number 2. And now Ferguson bats with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-1 is the count. Woodruff with the pitch. Line past the first baseman into right field. The pitcher Ferguson has a 2-out single here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And that will bring up Mookie Betts. 2 outs and 1 man on. Woodruff facing Betts with a 3-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Grounded towards short. Correa has it. He throws to second. They get the lead runner, and that ends the inning. So the Cubs do not allow a run to score. We go to the top of the 4th of a 7-0 ball game. So if the Cubs are going to get back in this ball game, it's got to happen pretty. It's got to start to get something going here. Rizzo facing Ferguson to lead off the top of the 4th inning. 1 strike count. Rizzo gets hit by the pitch. Rizzo literally must have a target on his back. He just got hit, I believe, for the 4th time in this postseason. Chris Bryant now the batter. Runner on first, nobody out. Ferguson facing Bryant with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Grounded toward third. Throw goes across the diamond. Bryant's retired as Rizzo advances to second on the fielder's choice. Bryce Harper now bats with 1 out and a runner on second. We are going to warm up a reliever because if the pitcher spot comes up, we are absolutely pinch hitting for Brandon Woodruff. Now, Harper facing Ferguson with 1 out, the runner on second. 1-2 is the count. Harper swings and misses. That is strike 3. So 2 outs now in the inning, and Buster Posey the batter. Runner on second, Cubs down by 7, top of the 4th inning. Ferguson working with a 2-2 count, and Posey takes strike 3 looking, and the inning is over. So the Cubs strand a runner, they do not score, and we're going to the bottom of the 4th of a 7-0 ball game. And, you know, Junior Fernandez is ready to come in. Woodruff just has not looked good. We've got to get him out of here. I would really like Fernandez to throw more than one, but that means I need to do a double switch. So I guess that means that, well, you know what? Well, I'll tell you what, here's what we're going to do. Fernandez is going to come in the pitch, and he's just going to throw 1 in. And then we'll sort out the rest of it later. So Fernandez comes in to pitch the bottom of the 4th inning. He's going to face Muncy, Bellinger, and Lux in the middle of the Dodgers lineup. Fernandez working with a 2-ball count. And here comes the pitch. There's a looper behind second base. Going out is Horner. He makes the catch for out number 1. Fernandez now facing Bellinger with 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch to Cody Bellinger. Fernandez with the delivery. High and away for ball 4, so the walk is issued. The Cubs staff is just getting killed by the walks that they are issuing in these first 2 games of this NLCS. Lux now facing Fernandez with 1 out, 1 man on. 1-2 is the count. There's a pop up to right. Going back is Harper toward the warning track. He'll turn around and make the catch for out number 2. Will Smith now the batter, 2 outs, 1 man on. Fernandez facing Smith with a 1-strike count. And here comes the delivery. And he hits him with the pitch. So Smith takes the hit by pitch. He goes down to first. The lead runner Bellinger advances to second, and now Seager bats with 2 outs and 2 men on. Fernandez working with a 2-1 count. And there's a liner into center field. Grisham coming in fast, and he makes the play to end the inning. So the Dodgers strand 2. They do not score. We're going to the top of the 5th of a 7-0 Dodger lead. And now we are going to have a Ryan Presley sighting. He is going to be asked to probably throw multiple innings here. And we're going to have, so we have the lefty Caleb Ferguson on the mound. We're going to go ahead and pinch hit with Thairo Estrada. Estrada coming off the bench. He's going to pinch hit for the pitcher spot and lead off the Cubs in the top of the 5th inning. Estrada faces Ferguson with a 2-1 count. Ferguson making the pitch. Here it comes. A grounder towards short. Backing up as the shortstop. He throws across the diamond. A strong throw retires Estrada for out number 1. Santana now batting. 1 out, nobody on. 3-0 count to Santana. Here's the pitch. Low and away for ball 4. So Santana takes the walk. He heads down to first, bringing up Nico Horner. We're going to try to steal second on the first pitch here. See what happens. Here's the pitch. It's low. The throw goes down to second. Santana will be safe. So he has a stolen base now. That is his first of the postseason. Horner now batting with a runner in scoring position in 1 out. Swinging away on the 2-1 pitch, and Horner is hit by a pitch. So he heads down to first with 1 out in the top of the 5th inning, bringing up Trent Grisham. And now we're going to swing away at the first pitch here. That is, I believe, a strike, a curveball for strike 1. Let's see what the next pitch is. That is low, a fastball. 1-1 count. Now we're going to do a double steal. Let's see how this works. The runners go. The throw down to third is going to be late. So now, runners are on second and third with 1 out. Grisham has a 1-2 count. Let's see what he can do with the next offering. He grounds it up the middle. Shortstop has it. They're going to concede the run. The throw goes to first for out number 2. The Cubs get on the board. It's a 7-1 ball game. And now Carlos Correa bats with 2 outs and a runner on third. And a new pitcher is coming in, Joe Kelly. Did Ferguson get hurt? What just happened there? Caleb Ferguson, no. He's okay. He threw 84 pitches. Apparently, when you're a Dodger pitcher and you give up a run, it's time to come out of the game. So now, Correa will face Joe Kelly out of the Dodgers bullpen. With 2 outs, runner on third, Cubs down by 6. Kelly facing Correa with a 1-2 count. Correa standing in the box. He checks his swing. That is strike 3 and the inning is over. The Cubs get a run. We go to the bottom of the 5th of a 7-1 ball game. Okay, Ryan Presley now is going to come in. He's going to bat in the 8th spot. And he is going to pitch in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Cubs. He's going to face Peterson, McKinstry, and the pitcher's spot here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 ball is the count. Presley looking for the side. And he delivers the pitch. Grounded toward third. The shift was on. Bryant has it. He throws to first for out number 1. McKinstry now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Presley working. Here comes the pitch to McKinstry. And there's a pop-up to right. Chasing is Harper down into the corner. He makes the running catch for out number 2. A.J. Pollock now the batter. He's pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot. With 2 outs and nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Presley with the pitch. Popped up to right. Going back is Harper. Toward the warning track. He'll have room, and he makes the play to end the inning. So the Cubs do not allow the Dodgers to score. We go to the top of the 6th inning of a 7-1 ball game. Anthony Rizzo now will face Sean Doolittle in the top of the 6th inning. Rizzo 0 for 1 today and 4 for 18 in the postseason. Doolittle working with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch to Rizzo. And it's a swing and a miss and a high fastball for out number 1. Rizzo chases one outside the zone, brings up Chris Bryant. 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball is the count to Bryant. Doolittle with the pitch. Popped up center field deep, going back toward the warning track. The center fielder makes the running catch for out number 2. Wow, Bryant really hit that one hard, but to the deepest part of the ballpark. So now Bryce Harper's the batter. 2 outs and nobody on. Doolittle faces Harper with a 1-1 count. Here comes the delivery. Driven in the air, right center field. I think this one might have enough distance. No, the warning track, and the catch is made, and the inning is over. So the Cubs show some warning track power in the top of the 6th inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 7-1 in favor of the Dodgers. Presley is going to face the top of the Dodgers lineup in the bottom of the 6th inning. And we are going to go ahead and go to the Cubs bullpen. And Liam Hendricks will be warming up because he's going to pitch regardless in the 7th. Now, Presley faces Betts to lead off the 6th inning. Full count. Presley looking for the sign. Here comes the delivery. Inside for ball 4, so he issues the leadoff walk. Presley now faces Muncy with runner on first, nobody out. First pitch, there's a grounder towards second. It gets into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Rounding second and heading for third is the lead runner. Dodgers have runners on the corners with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning. So now we are going to warm up early. Hendricks is warming up. Well, of course. That's all Hendricks does is warms up. Presley faces Bellinger now. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Bellinger waiting for the 2-1 delivery. Presley pitches. There's a pop-up. Foul territory, first base side. Rizzo calls for it, and he makes the play, and that is out number 1. Lux now batting with 1 out, 2 men on. Presley working with a full count. Here comes the pitch. Driven into right field. That's going to go all the way into the gap to the fence. Going to drive in 2. An RBI double, it looks like. No, an RBI triple, excuse me, as the Dodgers take a 9-1 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That is going to be 2 RBIs for Gavin Lux. The Dodgers now have an 8-run lead. Will Smith, the next batter. And Liam Hendricks is now ready to come into the game. So he's going to come in to relieve Presley. Hendricks coming into the game with 1 out and a runner on third here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-2 count. Hendricks looking for the sign. And he delivers the pitch. And that is strike 3 looking for the 2nd out of the inning. Seager now batting with 2 outs and the runner on third. 2-2 is the count. There's a grounder back toward the mound. Hendricks has it. He throws to first, and the inning is over. Dodgers score 2 more times, taking a 9-1 lead into the top of the 7th inning. Buster Posey is going to lead off the Cubs here in the top of the 7th. And you know what? May as well warm up Jake Cronenworth. I don't see any reason not to at this point. Well, maybe we'll save him for the 9th. What's Jimenez? He's at 59%. We'll warm up Jimenez to throw the 7th. Cronenworth can throw the 8th. So Doolittle faces Posey. Top of the 7th inning. Cubs down by 8. Doolittle with the pitch. Posey lines it into center field. That's a base hit. So Posey gets the leadoff single. And that is going to mean that we're going to get a pinch runner. Malik Smith is going to be brought into the game to pinch run for Buster Posey. And Jorge Soler will pinch hit for the pitcher spot. Soler coming up. Jimenez warming in the bullpen. Malik Smith on first. We are going to try to steal for second on the first pitch. Let's see what happens. There's a strike. Throw goes down to second. It is late. Malik Smith steals the base easily. And now the Cubs have a runner on second with nobody out. Soler facing Doolittle. Swinging away. There's a foul ball. So a 2-strike count now on Soler. Let's see what the next pitch is. That is up and in. 1-2 is the count. Soler swinging away again. Inside, Soler shows a good eye laying off that slider. And now with a 2-2 count, Soler waits for the pitch. And fouls it off. That is still a 2-2 count. Now we're going to try to steal third. See what happens here. There's the pitch. The throw goes down to third. Soler strikes out looking. And Malik Smith steals the base. So the Cubs now have Santana at the plate with a runner on third and one out. 2 strikes is the count to Santana, and he takes strike 3 looking for the second out of the inning. Doolittle makes a perfect pitch on the outside corner, and now Nico Horner bats with 2 outs and 1 man on. Doolittle faces Horner with a 2-strike count. Doolittle with the pitch. Grounded up the middle. Pitcher has it. Throw over to first, and the inning is over. So the Cubs do not score, despite getting a runner to third. We're going to the bottom of the 7th of a 9-1 ball game. Joe Jimenez is ready to come into this game. We are going to need Correa Soler in case we would get around to that spot in the lineup. Oh no, we can't leave Soler. Jimenez will pitch. Amaya will come in and pitch. So now Jock Peterson faces Joe Jimenez here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Peterson with a 2-ball count, leading off to the Dodgers, standing in the left-handed batter's box. Jimenez with the pitch. Lined into right field, that's going to be a leadoff single. Harper cuts it off, keeping it from getting down into the corner. And now, Jimenez faces McKinstry with a runner on first, nobody out. 1 strike is the count. There's the pitch, lined up the middle for another base hit. So Jimenez gives up back-to-back singles, and the Dodgers now have 2 men on with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Yorko, the batter, he's pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot. We're going to have to warm up another reliever. And it's going to be Cronenworth. So, we'll visit the mound. Joe Jimenez says, I'm not tired at all. Let me pitch. Well, maybe not, but you suck. So, what are we supposed to do about that? Jimenez facing Yorko with 2 men on, nobody out. 1 and 2 is the count. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Gets him with the slider for the first out of the inning. Mookie Betts now the batter. 2 men on, 1 out. 3 and 1 is the count. Popped up on the infield. Infield fly will be invoked as Horner calls for it. He puts it away. Second out of the inning. Next up is Muncy. 2 outs, 2 men on. Jimenez facing Muncy. First pitch lined into the gap in right center field. That's off the wall. Harper chasing the ball down, but somehow Grisham beats him to it. The throw comes back into the infield. That's an RBI double. The Dodgers now have a 10-1 lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jimenez now facing Bellinger with 2 outs, 2 men on. I mean, I don't know that it matters much. We may as well try to get Bellinger out. Let's see if he can get him. So 1 and 1 is the count. Jimenez with the pitch. Popped up to right. Deep, but playable. Harper toward the warning track, making the catch, and the inning is over. The Dodgers score again, taking a 10-1 lead into the top of the 8th inning. And now, Trent Grisham will lead off the Cubs against Adam Kolarek in the top of the 8th inning. Full count. Grisham standing in the batter's box, waiting for the pitch. And there's a grounder towards second. Charging is the second baseman. He throws to first for out number 1. Correa now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball is the count. Here's the pitch to Correa. He grounds it past the second baseman into right field. Correa with the single. And the Cubs have a runner on base, down by 9 in the top of the 8th inning. Anthony Rizzo is the next batter, facing Kolarek with 1 out and 1 man on. Correa on first, 1 and 2 is the count. Rizzo is hit by another pitch. How does this keep happening? Rizzo is going to have to go up there with full body armor on, like a Kevlar jacket, I think. There's now 2 men on and 1 out, and Chris Bryant is the batter. Top of the 8th inning. Kolarek faces Bryant with the Cubs down by 9. Here comes the 2-strike pitch to Bryant, and Bryant is hit by the pitch. What is going on here? I can't imagine that the Dodgers are doing this on purpose, but at the same time, it's just bizarre. So the Cubs now have the bases loaded, and Bryce Harper comes to the plate. Jimenez is due up next. We got to make sure that we're doing the substitutions and make sure Cronenworth is warmed up and ready to go. Harper faces Clark with the bases loaded and 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. 2 strikes is the count. Here comes the pitch, and Harper swings and misses for strike 3. Second out of the inning, Harper heads back to the dugout, and that brings up Joe Jimenez, and now we will have a pinch hitter. And the pinch hitter will be Tyler Nevin. Nevin coming up to the plate, pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot here in the top of the 8th inning with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And the Cubs down by 9. Nevin facing Kolarek. 2-2 is the count. Nevin waits for the pitch. He grounds it back toward the mound. The pitcher has it. He throws to first, and the inning is over. So the Cubs load the bases. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the 8th of a 10-1 contest. And Jake Cronenworth is going to come out and pitch for the Cubs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Cronenworth will face Lux, Smith, and Seager here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-2 is the count. Cronenworth looking for the sign, and he delivers the pitch. Grounded toward short. Correa charges. He has it. The throw over to first for out number 1. Will Smith now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Full count. Here comes the pitch. Driven in the air, deep to left field. The outfielders barely even move. That's a home run. Will Smith now has 3 home runs in this NLCS as he makes it an 11-1 ball game. 405 feet out into the left center field stands. And now Seager bats with 1 out and nobody on. First pitch to Seager. Here it comes. Grounded toward third. Bryant scoops it up. He throws over to first. That is out number 2. Jock Peterson now bats with 2 outs and nobody on. Cronenworth faces Peterson with a full count. Here comes the delivery. It's a swing and a miss, and the inning is over. So the Dodgers score 1. We go to the top of the 9th with an 11-1 ball game. So Miguel Amaya is leading off for the Cubs here in the top of the 9th inning. Amaya waiting for the first pitch. Here it comes. He grounds it toward the pitcher, and the pitcher bobbles it. So the Cubs have Amaya on first with nobody out at the top of the 9th inning. Danny Santana is the next batter. Kolarek continuing to work. The lefty Kolarek facing the switch hitting Santana from the right side. 2-2 count. Santana swings and misses, and that is strike 3 for the first out of the inning. Nico Horner now bats with 1 out, 1 man on. And now Alex Wood comes into the game. He apparently threw 3 2/3 innings of scoreless relief in the division series. Wood faces Horner with a 1-strike count. He's looking for the sign, and here comes the delivery. Hopped up off the end of the bat toward the first baseman. Actually, the second baseman calls for it, makes the play for out number 2. And now Grisham bats with 2 outs and a runner on first. Wood faces Grisham with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. So the Dodgers take both games at home. They have a 2-0 lead in the National League Championship Series. The Dodgers getting 11 runs on 13 hits with 1 error. The Cubs 1 run on 5 hits with no errors. Brandon Woodruff suffers the loss. He allowed 3 innings, 7 runs, all earned, 3 walks and a strikeout, 2 home runs. Sean Doolittle gets the win out of the bullpen. He threw 2 innings scoreless relief. Will Smith is the player of the game for the Dodgers. He went 2 for 4 with a home run, 3 RBIs, and... Or did he hit 2 home runs again today? Yeah. Will Smith hit 2 more home runs today. And the Dodgers pummel the Cubs 11-1 in Game 2 of the NLCS. So join us for Chicago for Game 3. Hopefully the Cubs get some home cooking and look a little bit better in Game 3. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.